Brian made over $40,000 with one single product, and today he's not only gonna reveal what that winning product is, but also take you with him on a live filming session and explain to you step by step how he made all of that money. Let's get into it.
This is how I made $41,000 with this sad Garfield plushie. I'm going to talk about my exact product research method and how I found this product. Then I'm going to talk about my strategy in coming up with video ideas. Then I'm going to bring you guys on a live recording session, show you guys exactly how I record these simple videos for the product. The way I found this product was very simple. I was scrolling on my burner. I came across this account who wasn't even selling the product and they were getting millions of views. Crazy. They were missing out on thousands of dollars. So right away I put it on my sheet. I had to call Jacob. He approved it and I ordered it right away. One of the reasons I specifically put this product on my list was because Pooh and other plushies were going viral all the time, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to find this kind of untapped plushie which could make a lot of sales and go viral very easily. Now that we're done with that, I'm going to bring you guys on a live recording session and show you guys exactly how I film my videos. It really should take you around 5 minutes to record and post a Garfield video, which is pretty crazy. For this specific video, I noticed that it is now exam season for students, so that's a relatable situation and very depressing for a lot of people. So I'm going to take one of my winning visuals, which is Garfield hanging himself, and I'm going to basically just implement that caption and then hopefully that goes viral. I'm also going to do a second variation of that, which is Garfield surrounded by alcohol, which is also very depressing, relatable, which is very important for this product. Let's go and record. Yeah, so for this YouTube video, we're going to be hanging Garfield from up here. So you're gonna need a tie or whatever string and the plushie. And the caption will be me during exam season, which is very relatable and funny and shareable, and people like that type of content. So here it is. The video is pretty much ready. Now I just gotta hook him up here. So now the video is ready to be recorded. Very simple. And the recording process is probably the easiest part of the entire video. So for this, you're gonna want the flash because it kind of makes it this gloomier, kind of funnier video. No professional lighting, no nothing. And you kind of want to do this transition movement. This. You can record multiple variations of this, so maybe one like this, and then one starting from the bottom slowly. Or no, you could do one like this. Okay, so that's the hanging version of the video. Now I'm going to do one with him surrounded by alcohol, which is also very relatable for exam season. Yeah, so for the next video, it's going to be pretty much the same caption, just a different visual, which is another winning visual I used, which is Garfield surrounded by alcohol. I only have this wine bottle, but it should be enough. So I'm going to set up in this bathtub, which is also a winning location for my videos, and yeah, hopefully it goes viral. Yeah, so when I was about to start recording, I realized that exam season is also relatable for a lot of people and their friend groups, so I said, okay, me and the boys during exam season, I think it'll be even funnier, so I got all my Garfields, which is the big one, and then 2 small ones. And I'm going to set them up in the bathtub, drunk out of their minds, which I think is pretty funny. Yeah, so that's perfect. Now I'm going to record this and then have 2 takes of this and then very simple stuff. Yeah, so the next part would be the editing process, which shouldn't take you more than a minute, which is pretty much the video you just recorded with the Nirvana background sound, which is pretty much every single video on my account is using that sound. For some reason, that's the sound that got me all the views, so you could say that sound made me over $35,000, which is pretty cool. And then you should add the caption, another 10 seconds, and then that's pretty much the entire editing process, so there's not really a point in me showing it. Yeah, so that's how I made $41,000 with the Garfield plushie.
But yeah, then let's get started. This is going to be a little bit of a different case study again over here. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the account and why it went viral, how it made this money. Yeah, like maybe you can tell your story, how everything went, like how everything started and what changed now.
Yeah, so pretty much as I said in my last case study, I joined the program in around September. This was my first ever winner. I had a few in the program, at least. I had a few other winners, well, semi-winners, but this was really the one that like boosted me to the next level. Really with this product, account, the key with it is that I made videos well really quickly. So the learning curve to it wasn't super fast. So I got onto it at the same time as other people went viral. So I wasn't behind. I was always either ahead or at the same level as all my competitors, which was like a very big key. So as I said, also in my explanation, there was like this big account that was running the product, basically wasn't selling it. Oh, if you guys want to, I'll show it. They weren't selling it for some reason. And then I put it on my list and they got approved. I was also doing plushies at the time for like 2 months. So I already had a bit of experience, which definitely helped. So this was the account. So as you can see, they had videos of 3.9 million, 2.4 million, 2.9, and just very simple videos just showing the Garfield plushie just there depressed, which brings me to my first few videos, if I could scroll down real quick, which were, again, just imitating kind of that vibe, which was, I decided to do this video, which was, that was my first ever video on the account. I kind of tried to imitate the vibe, but the video was already decent. So I posted around a week worth of content. And then I think on a Saturday, all my videos just started getting pushed out. This one, I think, was the main one. No, it was this one. So 3.5 million views, which if you're in the plushie niche at all, you would know this was a Pooh viral video. Mikey made this exact video and also got a fuck ton of views for Pooh. So I took that video, put it into Garfield, and it worked on both Instagram and TikTok.
Like basically what you're saying right now is you basically transferred the winning concepts of a pretty similar product and just put it onto this one.
Yeah, exactly. So I never even copied my competitor one-to-one, which I think was a big thing too.
100%. Did you come up with your own ideas as well, or was it all copied from like the Pooh one?
No, like for example, this one was like 700,000 views. For example, I made this video. I got on a call with one of the coaches. I forgot who exactly, but they told me, make this video like this. Made it. It has the right vibe. It has the right lighting, everything. And it just got 700,000 views because it hit the right audience and a lot of different factors. So it's just kind of thinking, oh, what's a depressing kind of funny situation? It's just super simple videos at the end of the day.
Let's go through a few more. Would you say generally there's more to it, or is it actually just like the vibe of the video and that's the main thing?
I think my account was so big because I was the first one on Instagram to go viral for this product, which is so important. I don't think I would be able to get this viral right now because the product's 6 months old at this point.
Yeah.
It's not as funny. And also, once you have an established account on Instagram, it's just infinite views almost, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So this idea over here got 4.7 million. This was fully my idea. Basically, I got that from a comment, this comment over here. Me when I wake up and it's Monday. So that comment made me realize, I could just go into the Garfield niche, which is people hate Mondays. It's super relatable. So I said, okay, I can make that an actual video. And then I went to the park. I recorded, I think, 6 videos in one session. So that one got 4.7 million. This one got 1.8 million. So it was very successful at 45 minutes of my life.
Well, I think it's very interesting with all these like showcasey products that you can make things work so fast in comparison to other products. But obviously it has like different, like other problems to it. And especially this one, it went mega viral and the conversions were not as crazy, but in comparison to the time you spent, the conversions were crazy because like, the time you spend is not crazy at all.
And actually my conversions were good at the start because I was the only one. At the start, I was at around 1.5K per million views, which is insane for plushies.
Yes.
Obviously, as the product became more saturated, my conversion went down, but I was already at a good point. So
in general, like what were the main learnings from the program? What helped you the most with going this viral?
This product really made me realize it was just a numbers game. Jacob keeps saying that, but you don't actually understand it until you actually go viral like this, because I was doing other plushies. Everyone's saying my videos were good. And it's just at one point it's going to go viral. I just didn't get it until this happened. Yeah, I mean, this product just made me realize that this shit does work.
And I think also one really interesting thing I noticed with you as well is that you took the different plushies on another account and basically combined them.
Oh yeah, I can talk about it.
I think we should also go through that. I think that's very interesting.
Yes, like I really cooked on that. It was Bob the Blob. I went viral on Instagram and TikTok. This product had like crazy conversion because I created this storyline. I'll show the video real quick. Okay, so yeah, this was the viral video, 5.5 million views. Yep.
This is Bob. Bob had 2 friends called Pooh and Garfield. They had a very healthy relationship for 3 years when suddenly Pooh became famous and left them. Now it's only Garfield and Bob until Garfield also becomes famous. Now it's only Bob. Bob feels left out. He feels like a blob. Share this to your friend to help Bob achieve his dream.
This is just so good because it captured the other parts. So like the audience who already knows all the other ones were talked to directly. Like it was perfectly capturing all these people.
The funny thing with this product, people went to my Garfield account, people went to the Pooh accounts, and they just started saying, "How dare you leave Bob?" And they were just super like emotionally attached to my product. I wish it increased conversions, but it didn't, unfortunately. But I'm happy I came up with the idea. The reason I came up with the idea is because I had so much experience in plushies. I wouldn't have been able to come up with this idea if I never did Garfield, or if I never was like around these Pooh videos all the time. I got inspired by a Pooh video, which was this relationship kind of video, and just thought about this. There's not much to it.
Outside of the plushie niche, what else are you doing currently? Like, you don't have to reveal products in general.
Well, I'm doing one of them that Jacob gave me. It's really hard to source, so I think I started going kind of viral with that one. So hopefully conversions pick up and stuff. And I'm doing another product, which I mean, I don't really want to say, but
yeah, no, but like in general, the main question was like, what's the plan going on?
Yeah, so I just finished school yesterday, so the plan is really to fucking double, triple my output, if not more, and just really try to make this work.
Were you picking these products specifically because you had school and not that much time?
No, I was truly trying to pick the best products possible, and they ended up being easier-ish products, but obviously I couldn't do every product I wanted with school. Now I could, so I'm going to really double down on that.
Obviously, now that you can actually do this full time, is the main goal to just like pump out more content with different products, or do you want to take more time on each video like for coming up, and it's going to be less products but more quality in the videos?
It's actually a mix of both, because with school, you kind of have to put out these videos, and I didn't really have time to do content research. I didn't have time to really come up with these original ideas all the time. Like the Bob the Blob one came up to me just like that. But if I come up with that more consistently, then that's where my money is made. So without having school in my mind all the time, I think it'll also help with that. So it's a mix of just quantity and quality too.
What I've seen in general is the thing that usually gets people from like close to six figures to like multiple six figures in profit is usually the quality of content. And it's usually like picking a really good product and making and doubling down on that. So I would generally like highly recommend, like, don't spread yourself thin in like testing too many products, but rather go into a few and go like super, super deep in those, because that's like, if we take the most advanced people, all of them did that. That's how you should do it. It's not like a spray and pray strategy where you just try everything, but more of a, okay, let's pick the best possible thing ever.
I'm going to try to do that. I'm not saying test 7 products. I'm just testing like 3 to 4 maybe. I'll have to see really like what works best, because it's the first time I've ever full time with this. So I'll have to see.
Are you managing everything with a calendar?
Yeah, I am. Like, I don't always follow it to the T, but I do try my best. I mean, for sure, having calls in the morning helped me wake up as well, which I'm extremely grateful for that.
How was it so far? Like, how, like, obviously, let's talk about that. You started to also help like beginner students to go viral as well. Like, how was that?
I love it. I'm talking to dropshippers, which is something I wasn't doing before that. I'm just exposed to more content, and I feel like I'm also getting better. So maybe when I started 2 months ago, I wasn't that great at just dishing out the ideas, and then now I think I'm a bit more natural.
I've noticed with myself that just being in a spot where you're constantly having these quick calls where you all like have to come up with a solution on the spot every time, it sharpens your brain a lot. And like I've seen with myself personally, from having like years and years and years of these calls, I just started to be really good at solving problems. And in some cases, it was just things which are like personal to them and never happened to me. But you're going to start learning how to solve problems just by listening to it, because you're going to have to do that so much. You're going to notice like after doing that for like a few months, it's going to also transfer to the things you do. And I think another big learning I had was I started treating my business like I'm talking to a student. And this is what you should also try to do, because like when you talk to a student, you talk to them like you don't have to do it and execute it yourself. And then you give the best advice, because you understand, okay, I can tell him to go the extra mile and he has to do it. I don't have to like fully execute on the idea, you know? So what I noticed is I basically caught myself not talking to myself like I talk to my student. And then I had to like reevaluate everything. I was like, fuck, okay, what would I tell my student right now in my position? And then I basically started understanding, okay, I'm just not going the extra mile myself in a lot of the cases, and I have to do that. For you, like, what were the main learnings general?
Yeah, that I'm not like trying my best, because I see with students, I tell them, try your best. And then I'm thinking to myself, am I actually trying my best? And most of the time it's usually no. And I know I can push further. And also seeing all these people go viral all the time, well, it's just my issue at the end of the day if I don't go viral. So if you're like the only person you talk to, if you just talk to Jacob, who's obviously like at a different level, right? He'll say, okay, like you just got to push out more content. And then you don't really understand, is it my videos? Is it do I suck? Or I don't know, but with seeing everyone else go viral, you just know it's just like your fault at the end of the day.
Yes, 100%. Like obviously you're in a unique position where you actually see a bunch of students also succeeding. Did you like start feeling motivated from that as well?
100%. It helps a lot.
And what are your like financial goals over the next, let's say, year? Like, where do you want to be?
I'd like to be able to make this a full-time thing. I'd like to be in a position where I'm making way above average income. Obviously, for my age, I'm already making above average income, but I'm saying just generally good amount. I don't want to have a specific monthly target. I just want to have more. I don't know specifically, just a big enough number to impress me and people around me pretty much.
Did you tell your parents, for example, that you don't want to like keep studying or do something else and this is the full-time
I've
thing?
mentioned it to them. They're not actually that opposed to it, but I have to like come up with bigger results first and
100%.
speak to them that it's not just the Garfield and the Bob, and actually build a business with this.
Yes. If you keep showing them like the progression over time, I think they're not gonna have anything against it.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay fine.
Yeah, no, because they know, for example, I started dropshipping overall last June. My first product I made, I don't know, 4K, something like that. Second product I made 15K. And then I joined the program. I got the Garfield, then the Bob, and then I became a mentor. So there I already had a baseline amount of money, right? So they clearly see a progression, and I think now they see the potential with the idea overall. So
are you generally like stressed about that? Like, are you stressed about the things if they don't do well, etc., or are you pretty chill at the moment?
I wouldn't say I'm stressed. I'm just like delusional. I think that's the word to it. Like every single time I say, it's not working, and then I say it will work, and that's the solution. You have to just get rid of those thoughts every single time they come up. If you let those thoughts in, then it's just over.
Yep, 100%. From your perspective, obviously now working with the students as well, how would you describe the program from within, from having this like bigger overview at this point?
I think the program is designed for you to like be the best version of yourself, because I personally will shit on you if your videos aren't good. Like I will say this video is a shit, and I have said that to multiple students. So truly it pushes me and it pushes everyone else, I think.
The main point is just that all the guessing is out, and it's not that you don't know what the issues are. It's more of a like there's clear things what the problems are. Is it the product? Is it the videos? Is it the volume? Are you not doing enough? What's the actual issue? And if you don't know that, you're not going to find out by yourself. And the point is just having accountability, having people to look over your products, having to look people over your videos. You have these three things and you actually do the things, you make it work. That's like the three main pillars which we offer in the mentorship program. So if you are interested, you click the link below, sign up for a call. We see if it's a good fit.